Today I wanted to talk about crystals for empaths. And I feel like some people get very sensitive when you use the word empath and um I just think that some people don't quite understand. There are highly sensitive people out there who feel a lot of things and get very emotional about them. But then there are people, I believe, who are empaths who can literally absorb anything that is going on around them, anything that someone else is feeling, sicknesses, things like that. You can totally suck them in. I 1000% believe this, and a lot of that is because I have experienced this. And before I understood what was going on and how to kind of support and protect myself, it was very exhausting and confusing sometimes, just having all of these reactions to being around different people, different places, different experiences. I believe that empaths are very naturally healing people. I believe that sometimes just by being around a certain type of person, you can be healed of something that you're going through, whether that be physically or emotionally, and whether that be because they're giving off so many healing vibes or because they're sucking something out of you. I don't know if you've seen the movie The Green Mile, but that is visual that I like to use a lot to try to explain to people what energy work is like. There's a part in the movie where a guy sucks like the illness out of people and then he ends up getting very sick. And so that's a very good visual for people to kind of see like how it happens, but also to remember that you can't just be sucking things out of people. You need to learn how to protect yourself, and even if you're going to be healing someone else, you then need to get rid of that. And you can do that through just trying to ground it out into the ground, or even better, if you transmute the energy and turn the negative energy into a positive energy, kind of like a magic light worker, if you will. So, me being totally into crystals and things like that, I have a list of my favorite crystals, which I feel help me in the empath way more than other crystals. And you can go online, and everyone has their own list of crystals for empaths, and it's just people's experiences with them, I think. Everyone's going to have different experiences, everyone is going to be pulled to different crystals, so everyone has their own opinions. And so I encourage you to kind of see what you're pulled to, because maybe you need something that someone else doesn't need, but also to just try different people's suggestions and see which ones actually do make you feel better. And if you pick up one that someone suggested and it's not working for you, don't automatically think like, oh, crystals can't help me with this. Just try a different crystal. These are my favorite crystals for empaths. We're going to start with Obsidian. Obsidian is the first one that I started using that I noticed an immediate improvement in my own energy. Me being around people gets very exhausting for me. I get pulled into their like webs and I start feeling for them. And when that happens, I feel like I let all of my guards down and I just want to help them. And that is not in itself a bad thing, but you need to learn how to protect yourself so that you're not just letting all your guards down, giving them all of your energy so you're depleted, but also you're not keeping anything bad from coming to you, so you can walk away at the end of the day after experiencing numerous people feeling just awful because your own light has been depleted, but also you're carrying around other people's baggage because you felt that you needed to, because you are here to help people. Like, if you have these gifts, it's both a blessing and a curse, but you're here to help people. So at least that's what I believe. So Obsidian, and Obsidian was the first one that really helped me. I started wearing an obsidian bracelet around, and I noticed effects immediately that I wasn't so tired and depleted at the end of the day. Obsidian is supposed to keep unwanted negative energies away from you, and then it's also supposed to put up a barrier which keeps outside influences further away from you. It helps protect you from needy people, because there are people who notice that they feel better after they've been around you. They notice that when they vent to you, they walk away feeling lighter. And so those people are going to keep coming back to you to suck your energy. So this is going to help you keep needy people away. Probably has to do with the fact that it is putting a barrier around you so they're not getting so much off of you. And again, I'm not saying you shouldn't help people. I'm just saying you have to do it in a way that's not in detriment to your own energy. You can't pour from an empty cup, right? You hear that over and over, and it's so true. You have to keep your own well of positivity and healing and chi and good energy and whatever you want to call it. You have to keep it going and keep it good. And that's how you can help people, because then having a controlled way over your own energy to help people, but also still be good in yourself, that's how you can continue helping people without being drained. Obsidian is also supposed to help you see a truth in a situation. It is supposed to give you a very grounded energy so you feel a little bit safer. And again, it's just very helpful when you're feeling too much or absorbing too much. It's very helpful. Obsidian is my number one pick for crystals for empaths. My second pick is Lepidolite. Lepidolite in itself is a very calming stone. It's full of natural lithium silica. It's very emotionally calming and balancing, and it's supposed to just be a great filter for you to have. So besides it calming you down and giving you that nice serene feeling, it's also supposed to be filtering energies for you. Like I said, emotionally, it's such a great stone. It helps with emotional imbalances of all kinds. If you're ever swinging one way or another, this is supposed to bring you back into balance. For me, who is a Libra, I find that extremely comforting. We always want to be in balance. It's kind of our thing. And it's just an overall great calming influence to have around. And when you are around other people's energies, sometimes it can feel hectic. And I feel like some of the time it's almost like a PTSD situation where you've been through so many years of feeling exhausted when you're around people that just the thought of being around people, before you even get there, you start getting a little bit nervous and anxious because it's you know what's coming. So I feel like that is also why I like Lepidolite so much, because you're already going into a situation feeling like you need that extra calming, and that's because you kind of have been in that situation so much and you know what it can be like on the other side of that, feeling depleted and just awful. So I feel like that's one of the main reasons that I think this is great for empaths, because it calms you down before you even have to go into a situation. So you're starting out at a great place. The next stone I'm going to talk about is jet. Jet is a fossilized tree resin. It has the energy of nature spirits, and that's one of the reasons I love it so much. But jet is also very, very protective. It was worn and used by the ancient Greeks and the ancient Romans. It's been around for a long time. The Pueblo Indians used to bury jet with bodies so that it would help protect them in the afterlife. There's so much cool history to jet. It is supposed to protect you from evil. It is supposed to protect you from psychic attacks. I'm sorry I don't have a chunk of it to show you. I only have jet in a bracelet form right now. But it's something that I wear around a lot, and I feel like with a lot of these stones, it's great to have it in a piece of jewelry so that you can have it on you when you're out and about, which is when you're most likely to be around people and energies. Jet is also supposed to draw negative energy out of your aura, which is great because you could already be carrying some things around that you just need to clear out in order to be at your optimal good energy level so that you can then help other people, right? It's even supposed to get rid of the negative energy that you have stored subconsciously in your body. So think about like an instance that you feel guilty about that happened like 5 years ago, and you're holding on to that like a little bit of negativity inside of yourself that just feels a little bit like ick. It is and you don't even realize it. It's supposed to help you clear out those blockages that you don't even realize you have. Whereas with other stones, it helps you find and look at the things that you're dealing with. It makes you a little bit more introspective, and you figure out what it is that's blocking you, and then by acknowledging it, you release it. Jet actually goes in there and starts kind of like cleaning house without you having to do anything, which is really nice. And then Jet is also supposed to help you raise earth energy into yourself, so it gives you more of like a sense of power. And I feel like that's very important because with energy work, again, it's very important to kind of like protect yourself. And some people, not everybody has your best interests at heart. So some people are very good at identifying cracks in people and seeing where they're insecure or where they might be able to like get into their psyche and bother them, and in that way take energy from them. Whenever you are more in your power, you have, it's this natural, how do I describe this? When you're in your power and you get into this situation, right? You have this energy about you that people know that they can't mess with. And it doesn't have to be an aggressive energy. You just know who you are and you know what you have and you are in charge of it. And that's that. And I think that's such an important like feeling to master. And I think that crystals are so helpful, at least they happen with me, to master that power within myself. Just this past week, someone told me they thought that I was the owner of the shop that I work in. And they said, "Oh, you just always seem so like, ugh." And like in a way, I could take offense to that. But I know that's not the way he meant it, because I know what my energy is like, and I know that I don't walk around with this like aggressive, like, energy, but I know what he means. I'm very sure of who I am and what I'm doing, and that's that. Here I am. I'm living my life. I'm happy. I'm working towards things. I'm helping people. But you are not allowed to come into my space and ruin it. We don't do that here. So I think that that's a very valuable thing that you have to kind of like grow into. And like I said, I think crystals can be super helpful in doing that. There are certain crystals that when you pick them up, you do kind of just feel like it just happens. It does. And usually when I feel it, it is a crystal that has to do with the solar plexus chakra. That's a lot about self-confidence and things like that. So if you do feel like you need to work on mastering your energy and not being like this person that other people can influence, and instead being this person that people cannot influence, maybe start working on your solar plexus chakra a little bit. And when I say work on it, there are so many different ways to work on your chakras, but one of the easiest ways is just picking up a crystal that is good for that chakra and carrying it around for a week or so. Anything yellow, gold, pyrite is great for it, honey calcite is great for it. I just put up a video about crystals and chakras. I will link it for you guys. It's a very simple explanation of it, but sometimes simple is all that you need. My next pick for crystals for empaths is black tourmaline. And black tourmaline is probably the most popular protection stone in general. I really enjoy the energies of black tourmaline, and it is so protective and grounding. And I think that that grounding feeling is very important for empaths sometimes, because you can get lost in the world of feelings because they're so prevalent to you. But when you're grounded, it's much easier to work with those feelings and not just get lost in them. Black tourmaline is supposed to cleanse energies. It is supposed to protect you from negative forces. It is supposed to help you keep your own energies balanced. Like I said, it's very grounding, so you feel safe. It's also supposed to help you feel positive, which you wouldn't necessarily think of right away when you're looking at a black stone. You more think of like oranges and yellows as positive stones. but black tourmaline actually does help you be positive. And black tourmaline is supposed to be very helpful for transmuting energies, not just getting rid of them. So like I said earlier, if you take something like heavy out of someone else, you can just ground it out and kind of like even touch the earth or touch the ground. And sometimes that's a way you can get rid of energy. But even better, because energy cannot be created or destroyed, right? So you have this type of energy and you can just pass it on and the earth will heal it. However, you can become an alchemist, transmute the energy. So you have this dark energy and you're like, but I love you and I'm going to turn you into good energy. And then you can send that energy into like rainbows and hearts that rain down over the whole community and make everyone happier. That might sound crazy, but why not put that intention into anything you do? You're not going to hurt anything. Let's just all help people. Can we just try to make this world a better place? You can certainly use help. The last crystal that I'm going to talk about today is tiger eye. And again, I don't have a big piece of tiger eye to show you, and I can't believe that because I have so many crystals and I'm like, oh, I'm good, I don't need crystals anymore. But when I go to make a video and I want to talk about a specific crystal and I realize I don't have like a decent sized one, what am I doing with my life? I do have this little piece of red tiger eye that I can show you that's beautiful. And then I'm wearing my favorite tiger eye bracelet because this bracelet has red tiger eye, golden tiger eye, and blue tiger eye on it. So it's very balanced. It has all of those great energies and it's just beautiful. I love this bracelet. My favorite like tagline for tiger eye and telling other people about it is, it helps you see other people's true energies and their intentions. And usually when you tell people that, they're like, oh, I need that. And I do think that's like a really cool part of tiger eye. And that's a really good way to, as an empath, protect yourself. When you can see people's true intentions and energies and you know that they have bad intentions or bad will towards you, or just in general, they're just out to, I don't know, dampen things. Like some people just are in a space where they feel like that's what they want to do, and that's okay, that's their experience, but that doesn't mean that you have to like engage with them and give them your energy and things like that. It helps protect you and save your energy for people who can really benefit from it. Tiger eye is supposed to help you separate your thoughts from your feelings. So again, it is helping you not get so caught up in your emotions and getting lost there. It helps you balance them and you separate them, and then you can think logically about the situation instead of just thinking emotionally about it. It's supposed to help you feel more centered, and in that way also you feel less emotional. Again, it's grounding, like a lot of the stones I'm bringing up today, and I feel like that's really just such an important lesson to learn as an empath, or as anything really that you're going through, any kind of like spiritual awakening or like psychic awareness is coming on, anything like that. Anything can be like helped and enhanced by you grounding yourself. It's such an important lesson. Tiger eye is also supposed to help you strengthen your aura and make you feel more in control. So like we were just talking about, you're in control. That's the energy you have to put up. Not just faking it though, like you really have to be in your energy, and just, I think, knowing who you are and what you're about is so powerful. And that above everything is coming from inside of you. So I'm not saying that you need crystals if you're an empath. I'm just saying these are the tools that I have used to support myself, and they have helped me so much and they have taught me so much. And I feel like I'm in such a better place now, and I'm so thankful that I had the support. And I'm not saying I couldn't have figured all this out without them, but I love using tools to help us become the next best version of ourselves. I think it's so important to always be working on ourselves because we can always be better. We can always make our environments better. We can always help by inspiring other people, etc., etc. It's all coming from within, but if you have support out there, why not use it? I find that after sitting here and touching these crystals and talking to you about them, I feel very happy and uplifted. And again, these stones aren't ones that just naturally look like happy, uplifting stones, right? But it's like the energy I need in my life. I suppose that's why I feel so like happy and balanced, but these stones definitely resonate with me in such a great way. And like I said, I find them so helpful. So I would love to know if you have any favorite stones that you use for emotional support or for feeling like people aren't draining the energy out of you, etc. I would love to hear from you guys. I love reading your comments. That is it for me today, you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you have such a great day, and I will see you all next time.